Good afternoon and welcome to Body Slam Your Ears right here on the NYC Demon Diva YouTube page. Subscribe, hit that notification button. But on today's episode, I'm sitting down with the queen herself. She just returned from the Royal Rumble, so let's talk about the aftermath of the Rumble. Issa, how you doing today?
I'm exhausted.
Exhausted! Oh my, it must be such a tough life interviewing AJ Styles and finding out his hair secrets. Talking to Liv Morgan, who yells a lot when she speaks.
Yeah. She is quite loud, but it was fun. It was fun, but it was a very busy weekend for me. I'm exhausted.
Well, I'm glad I am a good friend of yours. I'm able to wake you up from your nap to talk about wrestling rumors right now.
I haven't slept in like 3 days, so I don't know what nap you're talking. I will kill for a nap, to be honest.
All right. Well, please don't kill the Sandman for a nap. You know, let's just talk about Bad Bunny, because Bad Bunny came out in the Royal Rumble and him and Sheamus had interactions. Of course, now everyone believes Bad Bunny versus Sheamus, WrestleMania rumor. What do you think about all that?
I think that Bad Bunny stole the show. I don't think you're giving him enough credit to what he did. I'm just saying. I don't think that's gonna happen. I mean, Bad Bunny has a very important concert the night of WrestleMania. At the same time, I seen this man perform in 2 sold-out arenas on the same night. So I wouldn't put it past him to try to figure out a way to make it work. But the weekend of WrestleMania 38, Bad Bunny is performing in Miami, which is one of his biggest. Both nights, and that is like a big audience for the Spanish, Latin American community. It's Miami, Florida. We know, like, that is humongous for him. So, I mean, at the same time, could I see him do some kind of feature where he puts someone in there, takes a private jet, does the fight, and comes back? I can see him doing that. That I can. Bad Bunny is a very big wrestling fan, and when he commits to something, he'll make it work.
Well, plus, I don't think the payday will be too bad either. Coming in, they'll fly you in the private WWE jet and all that good stuff.
All, he's flying in his own private jet. He don't need no fucking Vince McMahon jet. He has his own. But anyways,
excuse me.
I don't think Bad Bunny cares about the WWE money. If you want me to be honest with you, he does this. I guarantee you that he does this for fun. Bad Bunny has plenty.
He's getting paid, obviously.
I don't think that as a wrestling fan, I don't think you respect how much of a wrestling fan he is.
Listen, so everyone's a wrestling fan, but when it comes down to a check being given to you, no, don't give that to me, please. I'm not
a dirt sheet. I'm not here to break scoops. I can just tell you, he doesn't care about the payday, and we can leave it at that.
You work for the dirt sheets, just saying. Shane McMahon, though. He was in the Rumble as well, of course. Now, there's so many conflicting stories about this. Shane McMahon, here's one story. He was the main producer for the Men's Royal Rumble. He kept rebooking the show all day long. People knew what they were doing, and then they changed it up. People knew what they were doing, then they changed it up. He wanted to be one of the final 4 in it. He was kicking and screaming about it. People then went to Vince to say, Vince, your son is crazy. We can't allow him to do all these things. So Vince got involved, and now everyone's mad at Shane McMahon. That's one story. The other story is Shane McMahon was flown in at the last second and helped produce. So there's conflicting reports.
At the last second. He was hanging out at the hotel having drinks. Come on.
That's true.
You know what? Not a last second thing.
That's so true, because I did see so many people post pictures with Shane McMahon in the lobby. So
this wasn't a last minute thing. It wasn't a last minute thing. Shane McMahon was very seen in the hotel, not the days before the Rumble. So this wasn't a last minute thing. No.
Okay. So
him and Kurt Angle were making. I almost feel like they wanted to be seen. Him and Kurt Angle wanted to be seen, because I saw them more than anybody else. And there was some wrestlers that they didn't want to be seen, they got away with it. Some of them, I feel like Kurt Angle, every time I went to Starbucks, the gym, the bar at the hotel, he was there. I'm like, is this guy just hanging out in areas where he's going to be seen or what? Because and I'm telling you, Shane not only was seen, he was stopping for pictures and everything. So he wasn't trying to make it a secret that he was there.
I think it'd be so funny. Shane goes up to you. Hey, can I take a picture with you? But what? Like Shane just going up to strangers and be like, do you want a picture with me? And they're like, who are you? I'm Shane McMahon. Kurt Angle, probably the same thing. He's wearing your shirt. I am Kurt Angle.
I went downstairs briefly on, Friday night to see April and her daughter, and April got a picture with Shane. That's how you know what she went. We were having.
That's why I knew.
She went to the bathroom and she got a picture with Shane. So when I tell you he
Yes.
was trying to be like, I'm not saying he was doing it on purpose, but what I'm saying is he wasn't really being incognito. There was people that
Right.
were not seeing all weekend long, like, and there was people that I knew were there days in advance.
So, what do you think about Shane kind of getting very close to the end of Royal Rumble and this whole heat on him, according to many different wrestling dirt sheets, as you put them?
I just don't like. I don't understand what the heat is. Like, we knew what was gonna happen, so it didn't matter how you. I mean, you could have done the Rumbles better. Yes, you could have, and I do think that the changing of the stories show, because this Rumble felt very, I don't know, like it just happened. There was no stories. There was no new feud set up. It didn't get exciting until like the last 10 minutes. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, it started hot. When I saw they started with Shinsuke and AJ, I'm like, holy shit. You know what I mean? I'm like, this is how we're opening, but that was it until the end. So I get it, but I just think that this Rumble exposed a lot of issues, not just Shane McMahon and his booking. He might just be the scapegoat right now, but there's a lot of issues that were exposed by both Rumble matches, not just the men.
Well, yeah. Plus, his father is Vince McMahon. If he's rebooking the Royal Rumble, Vince is like, God damn it, I'm so proud of you, Shane. Rebooking it to the last second, you son of a bitch.
First of all, we all know that Vince McMahon doesn't love Shane. So let's not use the whole he's Vince's kid.
This is true.
Get good birthday tweets. He doesn't even get
this
good
is
birthday
true.
tweets. So we're not going to use that as an excuse. Like, Vince McMahon does not care. He puts his son out there to almost kill himself. You really think Vince cares about Shane? He doesn't.
Shane is killing himself for his father's affection, and he still can't get it. Even a decent birthday tweet is not. He wrote a poem for Triple H.
Yeah. I just can't believe people are using that. Like, oh, it's because he's Vince's son. Like, we all know he's only Vince's son when it's convenient to our narrative, to what we want to tell. Because, like, throughout the year, we all just make fun of the fact that Vince doesn't care about Shane. So let's not use it now and act like this is son and father award relationship, because that's not how it works.
Well, sometimes the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, so bad booking equals bad booking, maybe. But also, apparently another story running right now from PW Insider, Riddle was originally slated to win the Royal Rumble. And everyone's very nervous about having Randy Orton and Riddle suddenly break up and feud at WrestleMania and not have the title in the picture. So, did you think Riddle even had a chance of pulling off this Rumble win?
No. Why would he? He's a tag team wrestler.
So is AJ Styles. Oh, that hurt. Yes, but though
I didn't think AJ Styles had a chance. I didn't think anybody had a chance but Roman Reigns or Brock Lesnar. I told you that all last week.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. It was sad to see some of the people, like Damian Priest, look like a chump. They had storylines leading us into Royal Rumble with, like, will Dominic toss out Ray? And they had all these weird storylines, and then we got to the Rumble, and they never seemed to continue them.
No, there was no storylines in the Rumble. None. Nothing.
The only storyline that existed was Dominic tossing Rey Mysterio.
Yeah, no, and I mean, I like seeing Drew McIntyre come back and kind of like get revenge on the people that injured him, and I did like seeing the end between Drew and Brock, because it was like it was sad in a way for me, because it was like the 2020, the Royal Rumble that Drew won is one of the best ones in a while. So the fact that they ended this shitty Rumble with a callback to one of the best ones, and Brock getting like his revenge on Drew, I have so many mixed feelings, Steve, because I personally thought that when we did the day one thing and we put the title on Brock, I think as a businesswoman that if the best two things going in your company right now are Roman and Brock, and you have two nights of WrestleMania, why not keep them separate brands? I didn't think Brock needed to lose the title, and I didn't think he needed to win the Rumble. You could have easily just gone with Brock in one match for one night and Roman and somebody else for a different night. So I didn't like this, because I thought that you should have kept Brock on Raw to keep Raw interesting.
True. And I'm just shocked that Riddle is now out there as a story that he was supposed to win.
You really think that Riddle? You really think people are gonna buy plane tickets to Dallas to watch Riddle?
People bought plane tickets to go to that Royal Rumble, and some people weren't very happy that they did all that. But let's move on. That Ronda Rousey's back in the wrestling world. She won the Women's Royal Rumble. So now, of course, storylines and everything building to that online is Ronda versus Charlotte. But yet, I think the audience wants Ronda and Becky, because if we get Ronda and Charlotte building up, those Becky chants are going to keep continuing on and on and on and on. And then Bianca Belair gets left out of the picture, I think. So do you think right now, Ronda, who's she going to fight at WrestleMania?
I think the money-making match is Ronda versus Becky. That's the match that we all been wanting to see, but people don't want to see Bianca done wrong. But then at the same time, they also don't want Charlotte and Ronda. So it's almost like we need to make up our minds on what do we want here. Do you want Bianca to have a big WrestleMania moment and beat Becky? Then you need to get behind Ronda and Charlotte. But I think the money match is Becky versus Ronda, 1,000%.
Yes. Yes, I agree. Like that's night 1 or night 2 main eventing, and then the other night is Brock versus Roman. It has to be.
Exactly. It has to be. But people want Bianca to get, Bianca has never recovered from that 26-second loss. Never. So I get why people will want that revenge, but we have a story here that's been in the making for years, and we never got to see Becky and Ronda one-on-one. And I do think Becky wants it, because as soon as the rumors of Ronda coming back, she already was tweeting about it. I mean, this was Becky Lynch at her peak when this happened, and Ronda coming back could be seen as a baby face right now. This could work. This could make the Becky Lynch heel run work. But I don't know, which direction they're going to go. You have 2 nights, you have 2 nights of matches to fill in here. So I don't know. I would prefer Becky and Ronda.
Me too. Me too. And I guess redemption, somehow they would be like, oh, well, Bianca Belair is going to beat Charlotte. That's redemption. It's like, no, it's not. It's not the person who ruined her.
Right.
But whatever. But also breaking news from the WWE: Bobby Lashley would defend the WWE title in the Elimination Chamber match on February 19th.
Really?
Usually it's a bad sign for a champion, because it's very hard to win those matches. Like, if you look at the win-loss records of champions heading into those, it's not very good. It is not very good. And if you do somehow win, if you do somehow beat all 5 men, I don't know why, but the chamber then lifts up and you get screwed over by somebody else. I don't know how it happens, but it always happens. This is a bad sign for Bobby Lashley, because coming out of the Royal Rumble, the rumors are they have no goddamn plans for Bobby Lashley or the WWE title. They just needed to get Brock and Roman back on the same track. Is Bobby going to lose? Is this Bobby going to lose to Randy Orton?
I mean,
and then we get the Randy Orton Riddle match?
You don't think it hasn't felt for you that we're in transitional city for the last month and a half with the WWE title? Like,
no, of course we have.
I don't understand. Yeah, that's my point. It's like, why are we shocked? Like, this wasn't ever supposed to happen, and now they're just like booked themselves into a weird situation that they need to get out of. I'm happy for Bobby Lashley, and I love the match. I love the story that was told. I didn't like that both title matches ended in weird finishes. This Rumble was so disappointing because everything was just so weird, But I love the story that they told. I guess I would have much rather seen Seth Rollins just pass out. You know what I mean? And then Roman don't let go of the hold. I don't know. The whole thing was weird. My point is, if it happens, we shouldn't be shocked, because he is a transitional champion, whether we want to admit it or not. So was Brock. So I don't know. I would love to know what the original course of supposedly was going to be Seth Rollins, right? That was the rumor, that Seth was supposed to win at day 1. So, we don't know, but somehow we got to work our way back into what the WWE title was supposed to be. And now that they got it off Brock, so now we got to figure out how we get it to where they wanted, the direction they wanted to go with it for WrestleMania. I don't think it was Bobby Lashley, but I do think Bobby Lashley is a credible person to beat Brock. And listen, I have so many mixed emotions here. I also don't think Brock needed to win the Rumble, because Roman screwed him. So Brock could have just shown up on SmackDown, and that's the story.
Yeah. But I guess they thought, hey, Brock Lesnar, he needs this win. Brock Lesnar desperately needs this win. I don't know. Maybe Brock Lesnar, again, I just repeated myself 10,000 times, but he didn't need this win.
He did it.
At the same time, they were like, well, how do you connect Roman with Brock? Let's do this. Like, well, you know what you have? Elimination Chamber. Brock wins one. Or screw somebody over there. When it happened to Kofi Kingston years ago. Kofi's coming down to be in the chamber. Edge attacked him from behind and then entered the chamber.
The fact that Paul and Paul and Roman screw him over is enough to make him go after Roman.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, I get it, because now you booked yourself into the situation where Brock's going to come in on 30 and win it. And at no point did you stop to think, hey, we could give the Rumble to somebody else because Brock has a storyline as soon as Roman costing the title. Like, I feel like there were so many questionable decisions. I think the decisions were right? Like, I'm not mad at Brock and Ronda being the Royal Rumble winners. That's mainstream gold for
money.
WWE. Right.
Yeah, that's
like,
money.
When you look at that, you're going to see people that don't watch wrestling saying, I'm going to tune into WrestleMania. These are the 2 number 1 contenders. Of course, that looks good. But how we got there, it was so weird in all aspects. Or then you didn't need to have Brock win at day 1 and let him win the Rumble then. You know what I mean? Like, why can't you have all of these guys, like target him or hold him back so that Seth can get the pin, and then you have Brock win the Rumble? That would have been great. And then you could really do Bobby versus Brock the right way, because that match deserved a good finish. We waited years for it. So it's weird. We're in a weird transitional period, all because of Roman getting COVID, if you really think about it.
It is all because of COVID. I
Story
think
of our lives since 2020, though.
I know shit. Both world titles, though, had weird finishes because they booked themselves into a corner, and the WWE is always afraid of having someone take a clean pin. They think nobody can survive a clean pin, but yet then you always hear wins and losses don't matter. It's like, man, well. So you have the Rollins-Reigns match and weird. You have the Bobby-Brock match and weird. Everyone's happy with the matches, just not really with some of the endings.
No, I personally thought seeing that Seth and Roman, the Shield entrance, that could have been a WrestleMania main event if built the right way. Those 2 guys could main event at WrestleMania if you really put the machine behind building the feud, you know?
But they fought before, and they never had that Shield. They never brought that shit up once.
The one thing that I will say is that I am okay with that finish for the 2 of them, because you do need someone in the back burner for Roman. You do. Like, you know what I mean? Like what's going to happen when Roman gets through with Brock? Like, you need to have somebody that you go, oh, there's an unfinished story here. And you still keep Seth as the person that has Roman's number, because Seth won the match. It was by DQ, but he still won. Roman hasn't beaten him.
True.
So I like that. But it's like, if you did the ref bump, and I get you wanted to do the whole Paul Heyman thing, it was just, I don't know, it was too many screwy finishes and underwhelming. So I get that predictability is not a bad thing, but this was way too predictable. And you didn't even give us any surprises or set up any additional storylines to where I go like, oh, but did you see this person eliminate AJ Styles, eliminate Sasha Banks? Like, storylines that could build towards the future. We didn't get any of that.
Madcap Moss tossed out of AJ Styles. That's a main event in any territory. A main event in any territory.
I can't even. I don't even remember Shinsuke getting eliminated. You're Intercontinental Champion. You already talked about Damian Priest. I don't even think they showed Shinsuke getting eliminated. I can't remember when he got eliminated. The mid-card champions looked horrible this weekend. And it's like, don't you want to have 2 nights to build? No, not this weekend. They've looked horrible
forever.
The last couple. Like, you're not doing anything with either one of them. You have momentum. It's almost like they realized that Damian Priest had an excellent winning percentage, and they were like, "Oh, we gotta ruin it."
I know. It's like no one noticed it until someone kept Googling it. Someone kept typing it in on Twitter and sending it to the WWE. They're like, "Oh, wow, he hasn't lost since October. Well, then he's gotta lose."
Yeah, Vince, like, Damian Priest has never been pinned. Excuse me, we gotta pin him tonight. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, right now. Where's Kevin Owens? Kevin, get over here. I just paid you $1 billion to stay here. Get over here.
Oh my God, everything just feels and this should be the most exciting time that we should be talking about it, right? Like, usually after a Rumble, we're so hyped. We're on the road to WrestleMania.
Yeah. I'm still hyped.
I think it's gonna be a good Mania. I am too. I'm always hyped this time of the year. Yeah. It's just that you could have done a few things differently and still had the same finishes, and people wouldn't be as upset. It's what I'm saying.
Yeah, there's a lot of anger about Bianca Belair not winning the Rumble. A lot of anger. Like, it's not.
Why would she win the Rumble 2 years in a row? That wasn't gonna happen. Like,
they want, because they believe internally that the only way to save Bianca was to win the Rumble and to go beat Becky Lynch at WrestleMania.
Whatever. They wanted that, and then next thing you know, when Sasha came out at number 1, they wanted her to win, and I said she's not winning from number 1. Bianca won from number 1. So, like, they're not gonna do, like, it was weird, because I feel like the things that I'm mad about. And then there's things that people are mad about that I'm like, but that doesn't make any sense. They're not going to do the same winner 2 years in a row. Like, I just didn't see it happening. And we argued about this, remember, last week.
Oh, I remember. Yes, I remember yelling. I do.
I never thought in 1 second that Bianca was going to win. I did think that she would get some kind of like, she will get eliminated in a significant way that will build the story. That's what I'm mad about. I'm more mad about the way that some people got eliminated, like Sasha by Queen Selena. Please.
Well, we all saw the Bella Twins toss out Liv Morgan, so obviously it's going to be Liv Morgan and Sarah Logan, the Liv Squad versus the Bella Twins at WrestleMania. Probably not.
That's another one that was not one, like she was not making it a secret that she was there also. So just letting you know that she was all over the lobby. Everybody saw her.
Well, when you carry your baby around saying, "Hello, everybody, remember me?"
No, every time I saw her, she did not have her baby.
Okay.
And I saw her a good 4 or 5 times. So she wasn't walking around the lobby with her baby, but she was walking around the lobby with Liv Morgan, who is always noticeable by everybody. So of course she wanted to be seen. But
well, yeah, you can hear Liv Morgan coming down the street.
I was saying, like, I'm like, okay, but we know that Sarah Logan went all the way to AEW to watch Ruby Soho debut. So I was like, there was a little bit of a benefit of the doubt because I could believe that Sarah was there for Liv, for her husband. You know what I mean? Like, I can see her as somebody that's just there to attend, not to be part of it. You know what I mean? So with her, I was like, oh, that's nice to see her. And they actually let her have a moment with Liv, because in the men's Royal Rumble, they didn't let the New Day work together. Like, there were so many people that had an allegiance that didn't even interact. The fact that Priest and Bad Bunny weren't even near each other bothered me. Because it's like, okay, like you had the opportunity to do something cool with the two of them again and you didn't. It was weird. It was a weird Rumble, but I'm not mad at the winner. I'm not.
Okay. Well, it sounds like you're mad, but it's okay.
I'm not mad. They're my favorites. Like, how do you not?
Yeah.
This
I know they're your favorites. You got to see live Brock Lesnar F5 Bad Bunny while watching Ronda win as Seth Rollins dressed in Shield gear walked past you. If there wasn't a moment that you became pregnant instantly, there was 4 of them in one night.
That's what I'm saying. I actually, when I walked out, everybody was saying, "Did they book this for you?" And I'm like, apparently. So I'm not upset. I just wish like you could have done a lot of different things to fulfill moments. Like the Royal Rumble is such a, I don't know, I feel like that's the fans match. You know, like WrestleMania to me always feels so main event that I don't even care about it as much anymore. The Rumble, I feel like it's our thing, like the hardcore fans. I fought for Mickie James. Her coming out to her music and the title around her waist. I love that they let her do that. And I actually really enjoyed the Mighty Holly and Nikki Ash moment.
Oh, that was so funny. That was so friggin' funny.
So much.
I'm like, here comes Mighty Molly. Oh, God, Nikki, what are you doing? Why are you hurting her?
My reactions are up. And as soon as she came out, I'm like, Nikki Ash is going to fuck her up.
Oh, yeah. It was so, I laughed my ass off.
I will say the women, the legends, like some of the legends in the women's division do come back to do the right thing and put the new girls over. You know what I mean? And that I respect. I love that when it comes, because you know, sometimes the guys are a little selfish and they don't do that. Where with the women, they come back and they really let these girls go over on them.
Well, my guess on that is the men have been stealing spots for as long as I can remember in wrestling. And so the women finally got a, place at the table, so they're all going to play nice versus how men are like, no, I don't think so. No.
Right.
Exactly. Nope. You're not going to beat me. Nope.
And I think a lot of them had no interest in coming back. Like Mighty Holly is a backstage producer. Why not come out there and give somebody that's inspired by you the rub? You know what I mean? Where it's just like some of them are, with the men, they always want to have that last run, where some of these women are already settled down doing what they want to do, so they don't mind. Unless the Bellas, they of course want to put themselves over always.
Well, yeah, the one that popped me the most that wasn't a surprise was we gotta wrap up, but Ivory. I love seeing Ivory and
that was awesome,
the right to censor gear and she. I even watched, like, I was so into Rumble that night. I was up so late doing shit, and so were you obviously. And I just remember going online and watching those backstage interviews. And like one was my favorite. Well, not my favorite. One of them was Ronda. She's like, Ronda, how do you feel? She's like, why are you asking me stupid questions? And I was like, oh shit! Like instantly, Ronda's like, I don't give a shit about what you're asking me. Shut the fuck up.
Right.
So it was funny though. But yeah, I thought WrestleMania, Royal Rumble was fun. We're on the road to WrestleMania. Obviously, you and me will talk, Monday through Friday here on your YouTube channel, NYC Demon Diva. But I gotta go because the real world is calling me, and the real world's probably asking you to take a nap.
No, I gotta do my review in Spanish on Lucha Libre Online, live on Facebook, so everybody can go check it out over there.
Well, there you go, folks. If you want to continue the conversation, go there. I've been Steve Fall. You can follow me on Twitter at Steve Fall. Of course, you can follow Demon Diva at NYC Demon D1 VA. Have a good one. We end the show the same we do every day, Monday through Friday. How do we end?
Adios.
Adios.